So, people call Gen Z lazy, sensitive, addicted to their phones. They say we can't handle pressure, we quit too easily, and we complain too much. But what if they are looking at us the wrong way? What if Gen Z isn't weak? What if we are simply refusing to live the way previous generations had to? Today, I really want to talk about why I believe Gen Z might be one of the best generations we never and ever. So one thing I really admire about Gen Z is that we really ask a lot of questions. Like we don't blindly accept things just because that's how it's always been. I mean, if someone tells us to follow a certain career path, we ask why. That's the first question that we ask. If a workplace expects us to sacrifice our mental health, we question it. If a relationship isn't healthy, we don't stay just because society expects us to. Some people call this respect, but I call it growth. Every positive change in history started because someone had the courage to ask why. And here the Gen Z is literally starting why before they are doing anything. So for a long time, like people were taught to hide their emotions. But if you were anxious, people told you to be stronger. If you were depressed, people literally told you to stop overthinking. If you cried, people called you weak. Gen Z changed that conversation. We openly talk about anxiety, burnout, therapy, and emotional health. And I really don't think talking about your struggles and literally makes you weak. I think pretending everything is okay when it's not. That's exhausting. Real strength is asking for help when you really. And like previous generations often defined success by one thing, money. But Gen Z ask a different questions. What's the point of making money if I'm miserable every day? Of course, money matters. We all need financial security. I accept that. But we also want peace, time with family, a healthy mind, a job that doesn't make us waking up every morning. Success isn't just about surviving anymore. It's about actually living. We Gen Z actually know that how the internet completely changed generation. Today people build business from their bedrooms. They become writers, designers, video editors, developer, creators, photographers, entrepreneurs. I mean, a smartphone can become a career. Gen Z doesn't wait for opportunities, we create them. That's something I truly admire about the Gen Z, that how even staying at home we are literally making money, and without depending on anyone else, without going out, we are literally making money so easily at home. And that's why I literally admire our generation, that how we are literally using our resources accordingly. And one of the biggest strengths of Gen Z is that we are learning to set boundaries. We walk away from toxic friendship, we leave unhealthy relationship, we question workplace that don't respect employees also. Like some people say we are not loyal, maybe, or maybe we have finally realized that loyalty should never come at the cost of self-respect. Like, because respect goes both the ways. दोनों हाथ से ताली बजती है. So that is somewhere that you have to choose first your self-respect. And I think here the Gen Z is literally choosing their respect over anything. So social media is full of people trying to look perfect, but at the same time, Gen Z has also started valuing authenticity. People are sharing real stories, talking about failure, showing imperfect lives, admitting when they are struggling, because perfection isn't relatable. Honesty is. Let's be honest, Gen Z isn't perfect. We struggle with phone addiction, our attention spans are shorter, we compare ourselves too much, sometimes we expect instant results. These are the real problems, but every generation has weakness. The difference is that ours are visible because we grew up online. And this is something that we Gen Z are literally facing, especially the comparison mode, because a lots of things that we see on the social media are not even realistic, but still we compare our lives between the social media and the reality. So this is the biggest problem that I feel the Gen Z is literally facing. I think that every generation leaves something behind. Some build industries, some change technology, some change politics. I believe Gen Z is changing something equally important. We are changing the way people think about mental health, about work, about relationship, about happiness, about living life on our own terms. Maybe we are not the best because we are perfect. Maybe we are the best because we are brave enough to question what no longer works. And if history has taught us anything, it's that every generation that changes the world is misunderstood before it's appreciated.